Congratulations, Coach Tim.
Because they did it over there already. Did it outside the court.
Congratulations, Coach Tim. In your previous games, you only shot an average of...
I didn't get it, sorry.
No worries, Coach. In your previous games, you only shot an average of close to 37% from the field, but tonight you shot more than 50. What were the intentional adjustments you had to make on your offensive schemes and shot selection?
Well, we've been forced into a really tough schedule so far, and I think we played really four really outstanding teams, and I think that contributes to the fact that we didn't shoot the ball as well as we could have. We didn't shoot the ball well in Dubai. I mean, that was a tough place to shoot. We didn't get a chance to practice there. We didn't get a chance to shoot before the game. I mean, anytime until game time. So, there's little reasons here and there. But yes, we did make some adjustments to our game today. Try to get out a little bit more so we could get a little bit more attack and easier baskets. We were able to get the ball into Japeth a lot, and that really increases our percentages when we can get him in the paint. But by and large, I know everybody's going to look at the offense that we shot better, but still it came down to the defense. I thought we did a great job defensively. I thought Steven did a great job on Berto. He's such a tough guard. He's still got 11 assists, but he's such a tough guard, and Steven, I thought, did a really good job, and our bigs, I thought, really did a great job of controlling the paint and not allowing them to penetrate tonight. So, yeah, we shot the ball better, but we also defended really, really well. And that's what we're going to need to do as we go forward. We don't like to think that, we lose a game because we didn't shoot the ball well. I mean, there are other things going on in the game than just shooting. And there's other ways to win than just shooting. So we try to find those ways oftentimes. So we don't rely on our shots to go in necessarily for us to win. Although it makes it easier when they do, but it's not something we rely on.
Thank you, Coach. We'd now like to open the floor to the media.
Coach, just your thoughts on... Okay, Coach. Coach, just your thoughts on the third quarter when seemingly NLEX was cutting down your lead. Were able to regain control, led by the guy sitting next beside you?
Yeah, I kind of thought we lost our pace and tempo there in the early part of the second quarter. We weren't, pushing the ball as hard as we could have, and I thought we came out of a timeout and really started getting up the floor, and we made some stops, which kind of keyed our transition. And again, that was the time where Japeth started to take over the game in the middle, and when we can do that and get the ball to Japeth there in those kind of situations, it makes the game easy for us. And so the game got a lot easier there in that third quarter, and we were able to extend the lead and then carry it into the fourth.
Japeth, may sinabi ka nung Dubai na, parang ba yun, na kung maganda yung lalaro nyo, you can be a different team, but kung hindi maganda yung lalaro nyo, iba din yung takbo ng team nyo. Paano nyo lang matatawid yung lan na 2-3 ang record nyo after this stretch, going to the next 6 games na bago nyo yung tinatahak nyo sa eliminations?
We had a good week of practice, and our motto is we just gotta keep working hard, and eventually things will turn around. And we're happy in our defense because that was the one that is consistent throughout the games. And I felt like when we were aggressive going to the paint, and that's when the defense adjusts on the other team, and parang yun yung nangyari nung third quarter. It was credit to our guards kasi talagang aggressive sila para atakihin yung paint. And ayun, nagkataon lang na switch yung guard sa akin kanina. So, yun.
Coach, Maya was held scoreless in Dubai. Now we have 9 points. So, let's talk about what changed
Yeah,
for him.
Maya truly is probably, along with RJ, maybe our most skilled player. Just in terms of pure skills, basketball skills, he can score on all 3 levels. And but still, you got to remember he was out for nearly 2 years, and he had a catastrophic injury. So we've been careful with him. We've been starting him in the lineup because we want him to understand how important he is to the team, and we want him to get confidence from there. I made the coaching error of making him come off the bench against Dubai after he had made really good progress through the first 3 games. And when I made him come off the bench, it wasn't, he just didn't have the same feel. So, we threw him back out there in the starting lineup again tonight, and he responded really well. Got the first 2 baskets for us on offensive rebounds. And, that's kind of what we're expecting from Maya. We want to see, we want to use all of his skills. And he's got great size for his position, so he can rebound. He's got good vision to pass. He can score outside, inside. But he just needs to realize that on his own, that he can do that. We can tell him all we want, but he has to really feel it. So, I think this was another big step for him, and it's all steps forward for him. And he took a step back in Dubai, but that was my fault more than his. And I'm really happy that he stepped again forward. And we expect by the end of the conference that he's going to be a really dynamic, impactful player for us. Teams are going to have to worry about him.
Coach, you're done this first 5 games facing 2 SMC teams, 3 MVP
You
teams.
bet. Yeah,
Yeah.
we noticed that. We noticed that from the very beginning when we first were handed the schedule, and we saw that schedule. It's never happened before that I can remember opening the season against those 5 big teams. So, we were prepared mentally that we knew we might struggle early, and that our record may not be where we want it to be. But if tonight is any indication, and you never know because every game is different. But tonight we put a good one together. We can continue to do that. Maybe we can go on a little bit of a run and get back into the conference. But if we were like 3-0 and 4-0, and then had this stretch of 5 teams, probably nobody would have mentioned anything or thought anything. But having them at the beginning of the season and having to go through that gauntlet early, especially since we were like the last team back to practice, I'm not happy with the 2-3 record, but it's survivable for us. And I would have preferred 3-2 and 4-1, obviously, but that might have been too much to ask against all those teams. Hopefully we can get to the playoffs and get another chance at them.
Your November schedule is somewhat lighter because two of the 3 teams are at the bottom, and then you have Converge this month.
Yeah, Converge is going to, obviously they're playing extremely well. And I think we've seen on any given night, any team can beat anybody. I mean, Terra Firma turned around and beat NLEX after NLEX beat San Miguel. Phoenix turned around and beat somebody really good. Was it Talking Tex? Was it San Miguel also? And then, all the teams, I think anybody can beat anybody on any given night. And it's just a matter of preparedness and readiness. And that's going to be key for us as we go forward. Can we be ready? Can we be prepared for any team? Because anybody can get you on any given night right now.
All right, that wraps it up. Thank you so much, Coach Tim and Japan. Congratulations.
Hell of a job.
When's our next game?